So let's be real, if your thumbnail stinks, nobody's gonna click on your video. Today we're putting 4 popular thumbnail creators to the test: Canva, VidIQ, ChatGPT, and Galaxy AI. By the end of this video, you'll know which one I think stands above the rest. First up is Canva. Canva is the OG of thumbnail design. Super user-friendly, drag and drop, tons of templates, and even some AI magic built in now. It's great for beginners and quick projects. The downside? Everyone uses Canva, so your designs can look a little cookie cutter unless you spend a little extra time customizing. So the next one we're going to talk about is VidIQ. Most people know VidIQ for its SEO and analytics, but they have added AI thumbnail generation. It's integrated right into your YouTube workflow, which is pretty convenient. The results are decent, but sometimes the images feel a little generic or mismatched with the video's vibe. Plus, you don't get nearly as much control as you do with Canva. So the next one we're going to look at is ChatGPT Premium. A lot of people don't realize this, but it can actually generate thumbnails directly. You can type in exactly what you want, the style, the colors, 3D text, even photorealistic subjects, and it produces a polished thumbnail for you. The results are surprisingly strong, and the fact that you can refine the prompt until you get it perfect gives it a big edge. So the last one we're going to talk about today is Galaxy AI, this all-in-one 3,000 plus AI tools, but we're going to use the thumbnail generator in this one. This tool takes everything to the next level. You just type in your video title, give it a little vibe like bold, YouTube clickbait style, 3D, and boom! It spits out thumbnails that look like a pro graphic designer made them. The customization is insane. The results are eye-catching, and most importantly, they don't look like templates everyone else is using. So let's get this demonstration going. Okay, so here we are. So I use ChatGPT for the prompt, and I'm going to be using the same prompt for all 4 platforms so we can do a fair comparison. All right, and my prompt is going to be based on Bible bedtime stories created with Google's Gemini. All right, and I have a long prompt. Let me show you the prompt right here. Create a 16.9 YouTube thumbnail with bold golden 3D text, says Bible bedtime stories. And the first program we're going to open up is Canva. So here we go. We are in Canva. Now Canva does have a thumbnail generator, but for some reason it doesn't work. So if you go to apps, so let's scroll down here on the left side. So you got these apps on the side, and here's your video upscaler right there. So let's click on that. And it says upload your image and describe the thumbnail, which I did before, and this one did not work. So unfortunately, we're not going to do that. We cannot use that one. And then there's another one in here that maybe it'll work for you. That's why I'm showing this to you, okay? So let's go to apps, thumbnail, and here we go, YouTube video thumbnail. And here, you can just search here too, game on thumbnail, okay? Click on that. So I tried this one, and this one didn't work either. Anyway, so again, our thumbnail is based on bedtime Bible stories created with Google Gemini, right? And we're not going to go through the entire process of creating this thumbnail. Let's create something quickly. So what I like about Canva, it has a fairly large stock library right here, elements. So Bible, I can type in Bible, and then you get all these really cool graphics. You can change the background fairly quickly. So this is not really AI. I mean, you can generate images with Media Magic right here, AI images with graphics. So let's do bedtime story, and I'm right here. And this is where AI comes into play with Canva. Again, not the quickest, not the easiest. So I can grab this, and it did create a nice large image there. Let's send it back. There we go. And then the last thing we're going to do here is just create text. Actually, we want to drag in the Google logo. Google logo. Okay. And with Canva, you can remove the background. So I'm going to remove the background of this image. That way I just have the G. Let's put that in the corner. And we're going to go to text on the left side. We are going to go to type lettering. And we're going to add in Bedtime Bible Stories created in Google Gemini. And we're going to add this to our design. Now, stay with me. I'm almost done with this one because it takes the most time. However, if you are an artist or if you are a graphic designer and maybe you like to have a little bit more versatility, I think Canva does offer a little bit more versatility than the other programs. So again, I'm not saying it's a bad program. I think it's a phenomenal program. However, it's not going to be the quickest. And let's add some kids in here. An image of a real family in here. I think that would resonate better. I'm going to remove the background. Cool. Let's do that. Put him over here. Okay. So it's a little bit messy, but I'm just showing you or giving you a demonstration on how this works in Canva. Like I said before, I think Canva is a great program. But for our purposes, we are done with this one. All right. So the next program we're going to go into is VidIQ. Okay, so here we are in VidIQ, and I love VidIQ. VidIQ is the blood of my YouTube channel. It does all my analytics and it helps me with SEO. Let's plug in our prompt and see what happens. All right, so here we go. So I'm excited about this one. Not bad. Bible Bedtime Stories. All right, but I'm missing the Google Gemini. I like this one the best. So I can come over here and I can add stickers. Oh, let's add a sticker. Bible Bedtime Stories. And then you can add an image if you'd like. And then text, right? I need to add text, so let's do that. I'm not really sure where to put this. Okay, that's fine. All right, I do want to add an image. I want to add the Google logo, so let's add that in here now. Oh, I don't want to cover up the Bible, so let's put that right in the corner. Looks good. Okay, so it's not perfect, right? I still needed to add some things, and I do like how the text is popping out a little bit, so it's 3D. I wish I could make this text 3D. Can I do this? Let's try that. Style. Yes, I can. Fantastic. Yay! Well done, VidIQ. All right. I love that. Okay. Very cool. So let me click out of this, and now I can download that. All right, we're going to move on. So that's how you do it in VidIQ. Again, VidIQ is an awesome program for SEO and analytics for your YouTube channel, and it can do some other things like do thumbnails. But we are going to move on to number 3, which is ChatGPT. And let's see what ChatGPT does with this. Oh, very nice. Okay, good. Yeah, this one looks pretty cool too. But I wonder if I can add, without dragging in an image myself, Bible with Google Gemini. Let's do that. We are going to just change our prompt, or just to add that Bible Bedtime Stories will be created with Google Gemini. And hopefully it will add that text for us in this thumbnail. Boom, baby. Yes, this is what I'm talking about. Great job, ChatGPT. It did create the Google Gemini, the Google logo, and that the fact that it's going to be created with Google Gemini. So cool. So we're going to download this one. So last but not least, we're going to head over to Galaxy AI. And here we are. If you see here, Galaxy AI has 2,900 tools in this. And I think they have a special right now. I think it's $15 a month. Oh, let me just show you real quick all the tools. I'm not going to show you all 2,000 tools, but just to give you an idea of how many tools this program actually has. These are all the trending AI tools, the most popular ones. And yeah, just tons of them here. But yeah, so let's go right here, AI YouTube thumbnail generator. All right, and here we are. And I do like the functionality of this. It's very easy to navigate. Here's video content description. So we're going to plug our prompt in here, but I'm also going to add the Bible bedtime stories will be created with Google Gemini. And I could attach a file, which I'm not going to. That's optional. And then you have your generation model. It does use a GPT image model or ideogram. I like to stick with GPT. And I love this. This gives you an idea, different ideas of what you could use to create your thumbnail. Clickbait, minimalist, vlog style, gaming, educational, aesthetic, professional, corporate. I like to go clickbait. An element, I like to use human faces. I think human faces are received more. More people engage with thumbnails with human faces. And then we're going to go, the mood is going to be, it's going to be exciting. With one click, we will generate 4 designs. Input fidelity, we're going to keep it at low. That uses less credits. And make sure you have this clicked off too at landscape. You can create them in square or portrait, but we are going to create a thumbnail in landscape. All right, let's do it. Okay, so we are done, and let's check these out. Yeah, this one came out real nice. Real nice. Very nice. This one doesn't have the logo, and the text is off-center. And let's see this one. No, that one's weird. These first 2 look super nice. I'd probably go with this one. Let's see. This one right here. Let's download this. Okay, so what's the verdict? Let's stack them up. Canva is great for beginners. VidIQ is convenient but limited. ChatGPT is powerful for custom AI-generated designs. And Galaxy AI, well, hands down the winner for unique, pro-looking thumbnails in minutes. If you're serious about growing your channel, Galaxy AI is one of the best. And if you haven't already done so, if you could please like and subscribe, because we are definitely getting the word out about finding the best free or highly discounted AI generation programs, because my goodness, we know how expensive costs can get as content creators. So listen, keep engaging, comment. If you have any questions, please let me know, and I will see you on the next video.